Hello everyone, thank you for joining today's session. I'm Hamita from the Zoho SalesIQ team, and today we will be diving into an interesting aspect, which is analytics with Zoho SalesIQ. As the webinar title goes, Analyze Business Performance with Zoho SalesIQ, we will be looking at the various ways you can use and analyze your business data with Zoho SalesIQ for arriving at business decisions. We also have our SalesIQ support expert on the panel here who will be answering any questions you may have during this session. So feel free to jot down your questions in the Q&A section and we will answer them for you. We'll also have a dedicated Q&A session at the end of the webinar to answer any further questions that you may have regarding the topics we'll be covering today. So I hope you're all set and grabbed a cup of coffee because we've got work to do. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the agenda I've planned for today's session. First, we'll talk about what Zoho SalesIQ is. We'll then talk about business analytics in 2024, how important it has become, and what's the general trend in relation to analytics for business. Then we'll dive into SalesIQ. We'll see what all metrics can be tracked and analyzed within SalesIQ. We'll be taking a look at Reports 2.0 and all the data that is available for use in the Reports dashboard. After that, to dig a little deeper, we'll dive into the analytics integrations with SalesIQ. We'll be diving into Zoho SalesIQ's integration with Zoho Analytics in detail. We'll talk about what we can do with this integration, some of the configurations, and the data that is being pushed from SalesIQ to Analytics, how the SalesIQ data is handled in Analytics, and how it can be used and manipulated to create the required dashboards. We'll then see some tips that can help you with the Analytics integration. Followed by that, we'll take a quick overview of Zoho SalesIQ's integration with Google Analytics, and we'll also see what other analytics platforms can be integrated with SalesIQ. And finally, we'll end with a Q&A session where we'll answer any questions that you might have. So that's the plan for the session. Sound good? Right, let's get started. So, what exactly is Zoho SalesIQ? Zoho SalesIQ is a real-time customer engagement, analytics, and support platform that helps connect a business with its website visitors. Now imagine going to an offline store, let's say a furniture showroom. Once you enter the showroom, usually someone will approach you to help you with what you need, right? But in case of an online store, that is a website, you cannot get the same treatment, right? Someone to greet you as you enter the website and to help you with your requirements every step of the way. And that's easily possible with Zoho SalesIQ. SalesIQ acts like a bridge between you as a business and your website visitors. With SalesIQ, you'll be able to know who is visiting your website, and you can actually reach out and interact with them in real time to help them with their needs and requirements. And also, your visitors can also reach you if they need any help as well. So SalesIQ is like a bridge or a connecting point that helps initiate the relationship between a customer and a business, right? Now that we've seen about what Zoho SalesIQ is, let's move on to the main topic of the day, which is analytics. Before we dive into how SalesIQ can help you with analytics for your business, let me tell you how crucial analytics has become for a business in today's day and age. Let's see some stats regarding that. According to ImpactMyBiz.com, data-driven organizations are now 23 times more likely to acquire customers, 6 times as likely to retain customers, and 19 times more likely to be profitable than their peers who do not use business data. In another study conducted by Forrester Research, insight-driven companies are growing at an average of more than 30% annually and are twice as likely as their peers to be leaders in customer loyalty. This shows the importance of developing strategies that place data and insights at the center of your organization. According to another study conducted by BI Survey, 70% of organizations think that data discovery and visualization are vital for developing their businesses. So now what do we know from all of this data? Data-driven businesses are consistently outperforming their peers. And how is that possible? It is with data that business owners can understand where they are lagging. It is with data that they understand their strengths and weaknesses. And it is with all the data that they can confidently make business decisions for development and expansion and everything else. So, and this is why data analytics has become extremely important. And with this thought in mind, let's move on to SalesIQ and what data can be analyzed with Zoho SalesIQ. Now, being a customer engagement and support platform, SalesIQ lets you connect with your visitors, right? So what is the scope here? You'll have visitors who are coming to your website, and you will also have chats happening on your website, and you'll have a team of operators who are engaging with your visitors, right? So within all of this, what can we analyze on SalesIQ to understand the functioning of your business? How can we collect all of this information and organize it to arrive at logical conclusions and decisions? Now for this, we need to understand the concepts of brands, operators, and bots on SalesIQ. Now the first thing, what is a brand? A brand is basically your business website within SalesIQ. Now let's say you have a real estate business, say Zilka Real Estate, something like this. So this is your business website. So all that's happening on your real estate website will be handled inside that brand on SalesIQ. Now, if you have chats happening on this website, so this will be handled inside that brand on SalesIQ. Yes. Now, if you're running multiple businesses, say 3 or 4 businesses, you can easily add all of your businesses as separate brands on SalesIQ and manage all your brands inside the same SalesIQ portal, right? So in addition to real estate, so if you have 2 other businesses, say a restaurant and another home decor business, you can actually manage all of those websites as brands on the same SalesIQ portal, right? Now you set up your brands on SalesIQ. Now your brands or your websites will have visitors, right? Irrespective of the brand, whoever is coming to your website, they are considered as website visitors. So as we said before, SalesIQ allows you to engage and interact with your website visitors. So for engaging with your visitors, you have operators and bots on SalesIQ. So operators, you can add your team members to SalesIQ, like support representatives to handle visitor chats, supervisors to oversee support rep chats, and so on for your business to start functioning. So with that, you'll be adding your team to SalesIQ. So with the operators right here, you'll be adding your team, and you have 3 different roles that you can choose from for giving different permissions, right? So you have added your team to your SalesIQ portal. Once you do that, your operators will start seeing the website visitors currently on your website on the Rings View dashboard. Your operators can go ahead and start a chat with a visitor, and the chat will be created on SalesIQ. This will be available in the chat section. So for example, I have started a chat with this visitor, and they have received the message on their end on the website. So this chat will be stored in the My Chat section. We have active, missed, closed chats. Everything will be stored here. And all the chats that's happening on your portal will be handled under the chat section. So all the chats, if you have added 10 operators to your portal, then all the chats by all of the operators will be handled, will be stored in this chat section. And imagine if your business has a huge number of incoming chats. In that case, you can also deploy chatbots on your website. In that case, the chatbot will take over the chats from visitors to assist them, which will also get stored in the chat section, right? And in addition to all this, we have the visitor feedback for the chats handled by your operators and bots as well, which will be stored in the feedback section, right? So what we get here is the customer's life cycle on your website, right from when they enter the website to when they leave, with regards to chat activities, operator activities, also the website visitor activities. All these metrics is what can be analyzed on SalesIQ. And the whole point of all of this analysis is what every business wants: to convert, to increase conversions. Convert a person who comes onto your website just as a website visitor to a loyal customer, right? Now, we have talked about the concepts, what we will be analyzing. We've talked about brands, operators, bots, visitors, chats, and feedback. This is what SalesIQ is all about. The purpose of SalesIQ is connecting and engaging with your website visitors and converting them to customers. So along these lines, those are the concepts which we will be measuring in the reports dashboard. Now, the reports dashboard is the native analytics being offered in SalesIQ. This will give you a full overview of the overall performance of your brands and support operations. You'll be able to track a lot of metrics, and this is quite elaborate, and it will give you a deep understanding of the functioning of your website and all your visitor and operator activities. So let's take a look at the dashboard. So on the left we have reports. So on the left here we have brands, operators, bots, and live insights. This is the revamped version of the reports dashboard with elaborate reports, but users who are also using the old version can also access it from the below. We have the overview, as the old reports are also available here. Now, the brands reports, you can get a summary of all the data related to your brands and website visits. The reports in this tab will help you get insights on your website visitors and their activities. Now, from a business perspective, the brands reports will be useful for business owners and generally people at the top management to get an idea of how your business website is performing. Now, with the information and data available here, admins or top management folks will know the trends of visits and conversation volume and overall website. Basically, it will help them arrive at conclusions and make business decisions. Now, first up at the top, we have the KPI metrics, that is the key performance indicators, which gives an overview of the crucial parameters related to your website visitors for the various brands that you have on SalesIQ. So you have total visits, how many people have visited your business for the specified duration. So here we have the time filters. So now I've used last month. You have different time filters, weekly, monthly, and you have a custom range as well, which you can add as you see fit. So if you wanted to see this month's metrics or last month's metrics, you can use the time filter and see. And similarly, you can also see for the month before that if you wanted to compare the data to understand the trends in total visits, right? Average visit duration, the average time that the visitor spends on your website, which is here it shows 34 minutes, which is pretty good, is it not? They are spending long enough time to actually look for what they need and also even maybe make a purchase, right? So you have total page views, that is the number of pages visited by all your visitors. You have average pages per visit and average time on a page. All these KPIs gives an overview of whether your online business is moving in the right direction or not. And then you have website visits. It shows the total visit trend, and it is grouped as new visits and returning visits. So here you have 255 total visits, 91 new visits, and 164 returning visits. So which means that they are coming back to your website, that is, they are interested in your business, in what your business has to offer, which is definitely a good sign. And then you have visits by device. The chart groups the website visit count based on the device from which the visit originated. We have visits by source, This chart groups the visits based on the source from which the visit originated. Now, if you're running campaigns and ads, you get to see how effective your campaigns are with this chart right here. So this report will allow you to take decisions on which area you need to increase, put more funds on to increase effectiveness of your business campaigns and ads. Next, you have visits by region. In the region chart, the geomap groups the website visits based on the country from which the visit originated. So let's say this shows you have visitors coming in from China or Japan. You may consider adding more support representatives who speak the native language so as to improve your customer support activities. So those kind of insights can be gained from the visits by region report. Next, you have conversation volume. Here you have total conversations that took place on your websites grouped as attended conversations and missed conversations. You also have proactive and responsive chats count here. With these numbers, you get to see the effectiveness of your operators. Now, if there are more missed conversations, then you need to dig deeper on why the conversations were missed, and maybe consider deploying chatbots to make sure that no conversations are missed and things like that. Next, we have visit bounce, right? Visit bounce is an important metric. It basically shows you how effective your website is. Bounce rate is basically the percentage of visitors that leave a web page without taking any action, such as clicking on a link or filling out a form or making a purchase, etc. If you have a higher bounce rate, you need to look into why that is happening. It could be due to various factors. Maybe the quality of your web page is low, the page didn't meet the visitors' expectations, and so on. So you need to look at why there is a high bounce rate. You can also go ahead and look at the detailed view. So every report that we have here has the detailed view. You can go ahead and see more details inside. So here we can go inside and see a lot of visitor information. So you have, is this a bounce session, all of these things. So you have the source of the visitor as well. This will give you more insights into why there was a bounce, and you could maybe rectify the situation. So that is a detailed view. And in addition to detailed view, you also have options, email options and exporting options. So any report that you see in these sections can be sent as an email and can be exported as well. So you can choose the time range, and then you can just send it to anybody that you wish. So the file will be sent to them, and in the same way you can also export the data. Next, we have brand performance. So the brand performance gives a detailed, holistic view of each brand with all the necessary metrics, allowing you to understand the operational functioning of each brand. You get separate metrics for each brand. So you have, for example, bounce rate of say 69% for a particular brand here. So you need to find out what's wrong there. So any abnormalities or anything you can figure out from here for each brand that you have on your SalesIQ portal, right? So that is about brand performance. Now, let me quickly also show you the filters here. Like we said, we have the time filters here to choose the exact time that you need for the reports. You have a refresh button to refresh the data. You also have filters here. This is the brand filter. So we've been seeing the data for all of the brands on your portal. So if you needed to filter it to just any one or two of the brand alone, you can actually choose it and view the data for that brand alone. And then you have email and export options as well. So if you feel like the data need to be sent to a particular team or someone in particular, you can just easily send it with these options, right? Now, that was the brands reports. Now let's move on to operators. The operator reports gives a detailed understanding of your operator performance, efficiency, and utilization. It provides all the stats relating to your SalesIQ operators that include a lot of metrics: operator chat volume, feedback rating, availability, and performance. So when we see these reports from a business perspective, this will be very useful for managers and supervisors to get an idea of the team's performance, like how many operators or support people are performing well, the chat activities, feedback, etc. So this is more on the performance level and will be very useful for employers, supervisors, and the like. So first we have the KPI metrics, we have picked up chats of the operators, we have missed chats, closed chats, all of these things. So next we have the chat activities. This shows the details of the chats within your SalesIQ portal. So you have the acceptance rate of 96% here, so which is obviously a good number. So if you have a lower acceptance rate, what is acceptance rate? It is the percentage of chats accepted by operators compared to the total number of incoming chats. So which is 96% is actually a very good number. So if you have a lower acceptance rate, that means you may need to check on that. You may need to see why there is a lower acceptance rate. So you have chats per operator and average chat duration. Next you have feedback rating, which is again, you get the direct results of your operator support activities here, what rating they have received from your customers and visitors for the conversations. It'll be aggregated here, so you'll be able to know the effectiveness of your operators and customer support activities and make a call on whether you need to put more efforts into making your customer support better or not based on the ratings that you see here. So, and then you have the operator status report. It provides an overview of the time for which the operator status was idle, available, and busy. So in case the operator idle status is too long, you can actually look into that. You can get into a detailed view to see each operator's total idle time and everything, and check the details here as well to make a call on the productivity and all that. And next you have operator availability report. Shows the availability and status of each operator on SalesIQ. So you get a sum of the time when each operator was available, idle, and busy and engaged. So you get total time with regards to that. And next we have the chat load distribution, which is the workload distributed into the various operators on your portal in terms of acceptance. They have acceptance percentage and closer percentage and the hours as well. So you have chat actions here of your operators, and then you have chat waiting time. So waiting time is again another very important aspect. It provides the average waiting time of visitors for the chats and calls on your portal. So now this is an important metric. You wouldn't want your visitors to wait too long to connect with your operators, right? So if the waiting time is high here, you can take measures to decrease it. So next you have chat topics and performances. So this works with conversation tags. That is the tags your operator have associated with every chat session. So you also get that. For now we do not have any data, but this will be available when your operators use tags. Next you have chat abandonment. It provides the number of chats that were not picked up by operators despite them having slots and being available. So this will again show how effective your chat operations are, and we cannot have a high abandonment rate for customer satisfaction, and if the rate is high we need to take steps to reduce it. And we have the operator performance. It gives a detailed view of each operator with all the necessary metrics, allowing you to understand the functioning of each operator, their growth and overall performance. So you can also get the detailed view here. That was about operators, and next we can move on to bots. Here we have the bot reports, which offer all the necessary insights relating to bot activities, related to all the bots that you have active on your brands or your websites. So this report helps you get an insight on the bot interactions with your website visitors and the overall performance. So this is very similar to the operator reports as well. So you have the KPI metrics, which provide an overview of some crucial parameters related to the bot chat activities. We have chats attended by the bots, you have chats closed, chats transferred. So the chats transferred meaning the bot has picked up but then has transferred the chat to operators, So, and you have active bots, and then you have chat hours as well. So these things are key metrics that you need to be aware of as a business admin. So next you have chat activities. So here the bar graph shows details of the bot chats within your SalesIQ portal. So you have proactive chats, responsive chats. So you have the number of proactive and responsive chats, and then you have picked up, transferred, and closed. All of those details are available here as well. And next you have bot versus human operators. This chart provides like a comparative metrics of bots in relation to operators. So how effective your bots are performing in comparison to your operators is what we can see here. So if they are not effective enough, you can maybe take measures to make your bots more effective, see if any changes need to be made to the bots flow, or improve resources on your portal for them to respond better to the visitors. So all of those things can be seen from this chart. And then you have chat closure trend, which is shows the depth of your bot's conversations. How many messages were sent before the chat closure or before transferring to an operator for further assistance. So this chart helps users understand the interactive effectiveness of your bot and make improvements if necessary. So all of that is available here. And then you have feedback rating. So this chat rating chart, it provides data on the feedback received for the chat support activities performed by your bot. So this is again very helpful to see and understand how good your bots are performing and if you need to make any changes. And then you have operator offload. It shows the volume of chats offloaded for the operators, that is the volume of chats taken up by bots, and therefore leaving the operators free, to take care of other tasks. So here we see that 69% of chats were closed by bots, which is a pretty good number. And then we have message metrics. It shows some data points related to bots. You have total messages, average messages per chat, you have response time as well, and then you have the bot performance. So the bot performance report will give you a detailed view of each bot on your portal with all the necessary metrics. So you have all of this data, and then you can also see the detailed view as you can for other reports as well. So this is totally about the bots on your portal and which is deployed on your website. And then finally we have live insights. The Live Insights view, it gives an overview of what's happening on your website at this second. So the Live Insights, it helps the admins to monitor the volume of incoming and outgoing chats or calls volume in real time for planning their operations. So you get to see what is happening on your portal at any given second, like what is happening now in real time can be viewed in the Live Insights section. So this will be very useful for businesses that get a high volume of chats and calls to understand the capacity of the team at any given point of time and plan any splits if needed to redirect manpower to another department where help is needed. So we have KPI metrics here, we have active chats. So this is all the metrics that is happening currently on your website. So, and then you have long running chats, the chats running above 10 minutes. So we have one chat listed here. So those chats which are running above 10 minutes, that means there may be something wrong. So in that case, the admin or supervisor can get a list of those chats and figure out if there is any problem. They can actually join the chats or monitor it to make sure that everything is running smoothly. And if any intervention is needed, like the operator isn't responding properly to the visitor, then they can actually join the conversation to get the problems resolved then and there. And then you have all the ongoing calls will be listed here. And then you have operator engagement. You can view the operator's current availability or engaged status in this section. You can see, for example, Patricia can handle 10 chats, but she's now handling 3 chats. So all the operators, the engagement status will be available in this section. And lastly, we have the feedback widget here, which will display the feedback received by operators on the same day. So you can actually look into that as well. So this will be again very helpful. So that was about reports in SalesIQ, which is the analytics being offered on SalesIQ. These reports do help a lot in making business decisions. You are getting a lot of pre-built reports that give you a lot of information, allowing you to analyze your business performance and other metrics. Now, for a business to analyze its performance and other metrics, whatever is necessary is being offered on SalesIQ. We just saw the extensive reports and analytics that we have here for you. Everything that you need is already here, conveniently built for you, pre-built for you. But in case you wanted a little more, you want to customize your own reports with different metrics of your choice, you wanted different types of charts to customize and segregate data in the way you want, and dig a little deeper into analytics, in that case, we have integrations for you. You can integrate SalesIQ with analytics platforms to customize data as per your needs. Like for example, this chart right here is in the form of a line graph, right? So if you wanted to change one of the metrics in this data, in this chart, or you wanted to see this in the form of a bar graph or a pie chart, for instance, for that case, we have integrations for you. So in the integrations part, we will be first talking about SalesIQ's integration with Zoho Analytics. We will explore some of the configurations and see about the data that is being pushed from SalesIQ to Analytics. And after that, we'll take a quick look at Google Analytics as well as other analytics integrations available for SalesIQ. Yes? So let's talk about Zoho Analytics. Zoho Analytics is an analytics and business intelligence software that empowers you to create dashboards and analyze data and create insightful reports and dashboards for informed decision making. Now, what happens when we integrate SalesIQ with Zoho Analytics? The SalesIQ data that you have selected in the integration configurations will be pushed to Zoho Analytics. This is a one-way push of data from SalesIQ to Analytics. Now, essentially what we are achieving here is that with this integration, we are going to be able to analyze the SalesIQ data on Zoho Analytics using the advanced analytics and visualization features, right? Let me show you how this works. So to enable this integration, we need to go to Settings on SalesIQ, go to Integrations, and choose Zoho Analytics, right? I've already enabled this integration. In your case, if you haven't enabled the integration, you will have an Add button here, and then you will be asked to choose the workspace, and then you'll be at the configurations where you can choose the modules that you want to push to Zoho Analytics, right? So these are the modules that we can push. Now let me show you in another way. Let me just show you in a portal where analytics is not yet integrated. So you have the Add button here, like I said, and then you choose the workspace. And here you have the modules that you can select for the data to be pushed to Analytics. Once you select this, you can move on to the syncing. Here you can choose the time zone and the period. This period is the time period, the volume of past data that you want to push to Analytics. If you want, you can sync the last 6 months data or the last 12 months data, that is as per your business needs. So the next option is for how frequently you want the data to be pushed, that is the new data to be pushed and updated every day on your Analytics. You can choose daily, hourly, as per you wish. And you can also set the time when you want the daily transfer of data to happen. And then you can click on Integrate and Sync Now for the syncing process to start. So this will take a little while. Once you get the success message that the sync is complete, you will be able to see the dashboards and reports and data just like all of these that you have selected on your Analytics dashboard, right? So here in this portal, I have already synced the data with Analytics. So let me take you to the Analytics dashboard, and we can see how this data, that is the SalesIQ data that we pushed, is reflected in Analytics. So this is the analytics dashboard. We have 3 sections here. On the left, we have data, we have reports and dashboards. So data is all of the modules that we selected from SalesIQ for the data to be transferred. So this will be in the form of sheets or tables. You can go ahead and check the data if necessary. So this will be in the form of tables. All of the data that we selected on SalesIQ will be pushed here. And next we have the reports section. Here you get around 75 plus pre-built reports created for you along with the data sync. So all these reports have been created from the data that was pushed from SalesIQ. You can see the various reports by just clicking on it and studying your metrics. You have conversations, you have conversation reports, you have visits and events reports, and you also have visitor reports. So these are already pre-built for you along with the data sync, and this is just so convenient. All of these reports just pre-built for you. As you enable the integration and you enter analytics, all of this is already available for you. So let me show you some of these reports. This one is chats monthly trend, shows the trend of chats in relation to month. So a monthly comparison, and we have a cool thing here. We also have a forecast of data for the next few months as well. So based on this data, we have a forecast, we have some automated forecast that is being made here. So let's see, for June 2023, we've had 158 conversations, and this is basically month-on-month trend of the chat count that is happening on your SalesIQ. So that is what this chart represents, and we have the forecasted data as well for the next few months. So if you actually wanted to see this in the form of, like, say, a bar graph or something else, you can just click the theme here and the graphs here, and you can just go ahead and change it. So that is possible on analytics. You can just change it as you wish, and even in the bar chart you will have some change, different types. If you wanted horizontal bar, that is also possible. So that is the kind of formatting that you can do for the charts that you need. So let's go ahead and look at another chart. Let's say top 10 visitors. And so this is in the form of a table. So building a pivot table with the fields required will give you an output such as this. So we have top 10 visitors and their details in here. So if you wanted to change anything, you can go ahead and do that. So that is something. You have themes, you can change the colors. All of these things is possible. Let's also look at another one. Let's say top 10 landing pages. So this is in the form of bubbles. If you wanted to change it, you can go ahead and do that, and you can change it as per your needs, right? So like this, we have 75 pre-built reports for you to gain insights from. Now we saw data, we saw reports, and now let's go for dashboards. So along with the 75 reports, you also get 3 elaborate pre-built dashboards. That is the chat overview dashboard, you have a marketing dashboard, and also visitor tracking dashboard as well. Let's go ahead and see this one. The chat overview dashboard, so this is it. So you have quite an elaborate string of reports in here that gives you an overall view of the chats happening on your portal. So these reports are basically from here, and those will be clubbed together to form a dashboard. So that is how dashboards work on analytics. So you get a lot of activity. So this is the one that we saw. We have the forecast as well over here, and we have a lot of other metrics here. So obviously this will be very, very useful in order to analyze your business data and to make any important decisions. And in the same manner, we also have marketing dashboard, which will give you, insights and metrics on visits and monthly trends of events that happens on your website. And then in the same manner, you also have visitor tracking dashboard, which will give you insights about your visitors. So these are quite elaborate dashboards, which will definitely help in gaining insights wherever necessary regarding your business. So we've talked about the pre-built dashboards and the reports and the data as well. Now let's talk about the real advantage of this integration. Let's say you want to create a new report, a customized one based on your needs and criteria that you choose. Yes, you can very well do that. And we are going to do just that right here. Let's look at a couple of examples for that. Let's say I wanted to create a report that shows me how many leads have been pushed to my CRM for each brand. So brand wise, I want to know how many leads we have pushed to CRM. Now, if you're already using analytics, you will probably know how to do this, but I'm just gonna show here. So to create your own report, click on create and choose the type of report. I'm going with chart view. And you have to select the base table. Here I'm going for visitors, Zoho SalesIQ. I'm saying okay. So all the data from the base table will be listed here. So for the x-axis and y-axis, so I will choose apps. So apps is nothing but our brands on SalesIQ. The brands on SalesIQ is basically named as apps here. So I'm going to put brand name as x-axis, and I'm going to, for the y-axis, I'm going to search for visitors. And the visitors, I'm going to choose the total visitors, which is the visitor ID. So, and then CRM lead ID, right? So both will be in the form of count, right? Now, once I do this, I can just go ahead and click on generate graph. So this is it. These are the brands from your SalesIQ, the total number of visitors who have been, who have come to your brand, and the total number of leads that have been pushed to your CRM, right? This is the kind of reports you can, customize and create on your own with analytics. So in this case, we have Zilker Real Estate, where we have a visitor count of 97, but we only have lead that's pushed to CRM is 3. So in this case, you can, maybe there is some anomaly, some problem, you can look into it and sort it out. So this is the kind of reports that you can generate. Let's look at another example. Let's say an example for bundle users. So if you're using Zoho CRM as well for your business, and you integrate CRM as well with analytics, then that data will also be available here for you to choose from. So let's say I've already integrated my CRM as well with analytics. So I have that data available here as well. So let's say I want to see how many deals have been created from the leads, pushed to CRM from SalesIQ. Right? So in this case, we already saw how many leads have been pushed to CRM, but I want to take it a step further and see how many deals have been created from there, right? Let's go ahead and create a pivot table this time. So let me choose deals. So here, let me see number of visitors. Let me choose visitors, right? And the leads converted. So I have lead ID. Yes, lead ID. And then I have from deals. This is CRM data. So I'm just going to choose one deals count. So this is the data I've chosen. So the total number of visitors, and then the leads pushed to CRM, and the one deals count, right? I'm gonna just choose count here and click here to generate pivot. Here, so we have the visitor ID count, which is 554. We have number of leads pushed to CRM is 128, and the one deals count is 112. All of this data, now this data is being available here because you have integrated both CRM and SalesIQ with analytics. So the clubbed data, or the data from both these apps, can be seen in one table. That is another very, very big advantage of integrating with Zoho Analytics, right? Now in this case, we can again choose theme and go for another one. We can choose here. All of these things can be done, right? Now moving on, we have something called alerts here. We can set up alerts and analytics for events that you cannot miss. When something is going wrong or any KPI metric is not met, which is not good for your business, you can set up alerts to get notified about it. For example, let's say when it comes to Sales IQ and your business, you cannot afford to have a lot of missed chats, right? Let's say your missed chats count is going beyond a certain number. Then you would want to be aware of it, right? So in that case, you can set an alert to be made aware in case the missed chats count is going beyond a certain number. So for that, I'm going to go for missed chats from the reports. Yes, we have missed chats hourly summary here. So here we have the weekly data of missed chats. So here we can see that on Monday so this is the time, this is the hours count, and this is the day count, right? So here on Monday at, let's say 12 a.m., one chat was missed, and on Monday at around 10 a.m., one chat was missed. Around 12 p.m., 5 chats was missed. And see, this is a very abnormal number. So we have at around 1 p.m. on Monday, we have 23 chats which is missed. So in this case, you would probably want to be made aware when such an event happens, right? So to not miss out on knowing about such events, we can go ahead and set alerts for that. Let's say you want to be notified when the missed chats count is greater than 10, right? So in this case, let's go for alerts here. On the top right, we have alerts. You can create alert. And then here, just say alert name, missed chats alert. For the reference access, I'm choosing conversations count is greater than value 10. Yes. So I'm just saying that when the missed chats count is going beyond greater than 10, I want to be notified. So I can be notified via email or, in-app notification. We have options for that using webhooks as well. And you can just save it and the alert will be set. Right? So in this case, we have created an alert for when the missed chats is going beyond 10. You will be receiving an email notification to the set email, right? So that was about setting up alerts for any abnormal events on your Sales IQ, related to your Sales IQ and your website. Now, another feature that we have here that we can take advantage of is ZIA Insights. So in this chart, for example, we have ZIA Insights right here. When we click on it, we get some insights or interpretations from ZIA. So this is an AI assistant that gives you insights about the data in your reports and dashboards at the click of a button. You can get elaborate foresights and conclusions with ZIA that acts like a data analytics assistant that lets you access critical business insights automatically in seconds. So here the insight says the maximum number of chats of 23 was observed on hour 13. So we have the insights available here. We can just click on it and read the insights available here. And let's see for another report, shall we? Yes, for this, when we click on ZIA Insights, again, the insights are just generated at the click of a button. And the same goes for your dashboards as well. You can just go ahead and click on a certain report inside the dashboard and your ZIA Insights will just come up, right? This is again very, very useful for data interpretation. So that was basically about Sales IQ's integration with Zoho Analytics and all the features that we can take advantage of to get better insights and data interpretation. So we've talked about all of this. It is a one-way transfer. You have 75 plus ready-made reports and 3 dashboards. And you can customize based on your own needs and visualizations. You can create alerts for business KPIs, and it is automated data syncing. We have seen all of this, and we have seen the dashboard as well. And then tips and tricks, we just saw that you can create charts and widgets as you like, consolidate data from different products and view in one dashboard. So this is what we saw with the CRM data and SalesIQ data, and we actually saw the number of deals that were won with the leads pushed from SalesIQ to CRM. So that was with the consolidated data. And we also created business alerts for business KPIs. We saw the trends forecast with business intelligence, and we also saw ZIA insights. So that was about Zoho Analytics. So now let's also quickly look at SalesIQ's integration with Google Analytics. With the Google Analytics integration, you can push SalesIQ chat metrics to Google Analytics and view the SalesIQ chat events in the Google Analytics dashboard and analyze the same along with other metrics from your website. How this works is that you have to add your GA tracking code to the website, which has SalesIQ enabled. Once the code is added, it will take a couple of days for the chat events to show up on your GA dashboard. And this will allow you to see the live chat events as well. Now you can track various chat metrics like chat button clicks, chats closed, chats minimized, chats triggered, chats initiated, and things like this on the Google Analytics dashboard. Let me just quickly show you how you can see your chat events on the Google Analytics dashboard. So under engagement, you can go to events, and here you can just search for chat. And this will list out the chat events that is, on your Google Analytics dashboard. So these are your SalesIQ chat events. And if you wanted to check out real-time chat events as well, you can go to real-time here. And the chats that are happening in real time, you actually have buttons clicked, chat minimized, chat connected. If we go here, chat initiated, all of this is actually SalesIQ chat events. So if you integrate Google Analytics with SalesIQ, just as like I told you, you will start seeing your SalesIQ chat events on your GA dashboard, right? Apart from the Google Analytics integration, we also have integrations with Clicky, Kissmetrics, Mixpanel, Whoopra, HubSpot, Matomo, and Optimizely. So if you have accounts on any of these platforms, you can also integrate these with SalesIQ and see live chat events on those platforms. So that is how the analytics integrations with SalesIQ works, right? So I think we have come to the very end of this webinar. So I do hope that you all found this session helpful and you gained some insights from this that you can use for your business. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. And if you have any questions, please ask them and we can answer them for you.